This video I'm going to be reviewing the newest original release from the house of Genre Parfums. This is the nice kind of carrying case it comes in. It's a soft, almost suede feel, really soft to the touch. It's got the Genre logo on the bottom. Like I said, really nice touch. This, in general, Genre has very good presentation, especially for a cologne house. Always been impressed. It's a nice kind of like holster style, little case for it. It's got a magnet in it to hold it closed. The bottle itself looks really nice. The fragrance is Rouge Et Blanc. Again, this is the newest original from the house. Just came out. I believe these are like 45, 50 bucks for the 50 mil. Somewhere around that area, between 40 and 50 bucks. Again, really nice presentation. EDP concentration. This one's supposed to be fruity aquatic. Top notes are mandarin, bergamot, lemon, incense. Heart notes are apple, melon, jasmine, blackcurrant, saffron, and base is ambergris, musk, and vetiver. So this is not going to be my first time smelling it. It's going to give you my initial impressions. Obviously I'm not going to be able to really talk to performance or really the deep dry down or anything like that at this point, but I wanted to at least give you all kind of what I thought about it. Caps are super snug on these, almost too snug in my opinion. But let's see. Good atomizer. Real good atomizer. Just need to be primed. I will say their new bottles, 30 mils and these, fantastic atomizer. Oh man, I'm getting it out the gate. You're definitely getting that ambergris. There's just like big kind of embroxen blast in the opening. Ooh, this is definitely, in my opinion, masculine. It's got a spiciness to it. I think because of the ambergris, it kind of like has this something that you'll see in a lot of Middle Eastern clones. They have this kind of like spicy vibe to it. I believe it's probably really just the ambergris, though. You are getting the apple and melon. And there is, I can see where the incense is, because there is this kind of like darkness similar to like what you get in something like Bleu de Chanel Parfum. It's not like an incense like something from, Interlude Man or something like that. It is much more subtle, much more subdued, much more mass appealing. Again, something like, I think, incense from a Bleu de Chanel Parfum. You're getting that kind of fruity aquaticness to it, but really what's really just kind of the most prominent is definitely the ambergris. I'm getting a lot of ambergris in that incense with some melon and apple. I don't know that I'm really picking up on the lemon. It's hard to distinguish the melon and the lemon. They kind of all go together. I could see it could be picking up a combination of both of those, but you could definitely tell the melon. Now, this isn't a super strong melon. It's not something like kind of like a melon vibe you would get from maybe like a Voyage or something. It's more of it's blended better, or it takes more of a kind of side, blends in well, I guess. It's not prominent. It doesn't stick out more than the other citrus notes. It's very well kind of balanced. As it's drying down, a lot of that initial blast, that spiciness, that ambergris as well, is starting to kind of fade a little bit. You're starting to get more of the fruits. It's certainly starting to sweeten up. It's still there, though. There's definitely some ambergris there. I think this is going to probably end up performing pretty dang well, to be honest with you. Like I said, that embroxen's very forward, and it smells like a kind of, not like Bergamot Imperial, but a similar type of staying power, albeit probably not to that extent. But I do think this will probably end up being, without actually having worn it, one of the better performing genres. So far, yeah, you're getting a lot of that melon and apple as it's drying down. I don't really know that I'm getting vetiver. But yeah, it's definitely a fruity, fruity fragrance that with a darkened up by that incense and a nice kind of very prominent forward embroxen feel to it. So it's loud. It's you know, mass appealing, certainly. It's got that nice little sweetness to it too. It's not overly sweet, but there is a sweetness to it. I think as it dries down, it certainly could be more unisex. I think in the initial opening, to me, due to how much ambroxan there is in that opening, it certainly leans more masculine in my opinion, but as it starts to dry down, I could certainly see a woman wearing this as well. It's certainly not overly feminine though. It's not overly masculine. It's really kind of developing into being a true unisex fragrance. Yeah, the main note that I'm getting out of here, as far as the fruits and the citruses go, you know, after that, in the initial blast with the bergamot, you get, or with the ambroxan, you get some of that bergamot, but as it kind of dries down, you're really getting a lot of that melon and some apple. You know, I'm not really picking up as much on the lemon and stuff, but again, that could easily blend in with the melon. It could easily blend in with the bergamot. So I can't really distinguish those on their own necessarily from that, but the melon and the apple, you absolutely can. It's good. It's not changing a whole lot as it's drying down. Like I said, just some of the ambroxan's starting to fade away. It's getting less spicy, less loud, less masculine, but it still sounds like it's still, from the scent profile, I certainly think this will be a, you know, a good performer. But I will update you all when I've had a chance to wear it. I think I'm going to wear this as my scent of the day, and I'll give you all an update. I'm just debating on if I want to spray it on now before I go to the gym, or if I want to wait until after the gym. Because the problem is, if I spray it on now and go to the gym, I'm going to sweat a lot of it out, and then it's not going to be a true, you know, I'm not going to be able to give you a true kind of like idea or indication of how well it performs because of that. So I think I'll wait, you know, or maybe wear it tomorrow in the morning, and, you know, that way, as soon as I wake up, so I get a better idea, but we'll see. The other one I got, and I haven't looked up the notes on this. This one's old though. I mean, so a lot of you probably already smelled it. I'm late to the game on this. This is their 15 ml bottle size. Again, really nice gold plaque. It says the Genre Parfums, Louisiana, where it's based out of. This is Apple and Aces. And a ton of you have, I'm sure, already smelled this. They've had this for a long time. I just never, unfortunately, got around to it. I smelled a lot of the other originals. Just haven't had this one, so I'm just going to give you my initial impression. Again, I'm not going to obviously have notes in front of me or anything. I don't even know what the notes are on this, but still want to give you my first impressions on this. Oh, surprising. I think I was thinking this was going to be more like apple brandy or something like that. It's sweet. Almost kind of smells like an apple cobbler, or like a not a cobbler, sort of, but like, you know, in apple crisp, that dessert that's got like the, you know, the crumb on top and cinnamon and the apples and everything like that. You make it Thanksgiving, Christmas kind of thing. This is giving me that kind of vibe. Certainly sweetness to it. It's not very loud. It's rich, sweet, dense. It's got kind of a seductiveness to it. This would be a perfect, as it's obviously intended, fall fragrance. I think this would be good in the fall and winter. Certainly wouldn't wear it now. It's way too heavy and too dense, but you could definitely, this is going to be good in the fall and the winter. Actually, I'm impressed. I'll be honest, when I first smelled this, the initial thought kind of in my head, I was like, because I was surprised, because it wasn't really what I thought it was going to be, which again was going to be like kind of like apple brandy or something like that. This does its own thing, and I like that. You know, this is certainly unisex as well. It's very sweet, but it's not like overly feminine either. Certainly not overly masculine. It is a true unisex fragrance. It seems pretty linear. I don't know if it's going to really develop a whole lot. I think it's going to kind of stay the way it is. Again, it's got this kind of like sugary cinnamon apple vibe to it, you know. So again, to me, it kind of makes me think of like apple crumb, or maybe like apple cobbler. That kind of scent, but with more like kind of like a sugary, almost like caramelized sugary vibe to it. Smells good though, man. These are both really good. Honestly, I'm impressed. I really am. So anyway, I'll post the link to Genre for anybody who's interested. Oh, I want to point out one more thing too. They included this, which is really cool. A free car diffuser. I think they're going to start selling these in the near future. So what you do is you just soak this little insert with whatever fragrance you want, and then place it in here. I have yet to use it, but probably try this out today too. Give you all a review on it. It's really cool looking though. From a little clip it in the vent. It's got holes in the back for the air obviously to flow through to get that fragrance out. But I feel like this is going to probably fill up the cabin and the car pretty good. So anyway, initial impressions again, real quick. But yeah, man, these are both killer. Let me actually smell the Rouge Et Blanc real quick. Okay, it's staying pretty linear. That ambergris is not going away. It does, like I said, it fades out from the initial blast. Some of that spiciness goes away too. It sweetens up some, but it's certainly still there. So yeah, I mean, I like it though. Again, I kind of get almost like it's just like a slight bergamot imperial kind of vibe to it, but it's a lot more, in my opinion, as appealing and less offensive, less divisive. But yeah, it's good. It's certainly fruity. You gotta like melon. The apples in there as well. Like I said, it's a nice kind of twist on your typical summer freshie. So, and it is a little denser than a lot of them because of that spiciness and the overload of the ambergris and the sweetness from the fruits. So take that for what you will, but it's not overly sweet or anything like that. You can still wear it in the heat for sure. Just be aware. I don't know that I would go super crazy with the sprays on this. I don't think you need to. Again, I think it's going to be a good performer.